4 years ago, I was invited to go to Beaubassin. I didn't know much about Beaubassin, and I went down. Boy, what a nice little jewel! It's got everything. It's got history. It's got the environment. It's got geography. It's got wealth of knowledge, but it's not known. We got to find a way to give it life and to give it visibility.
The site has magic to it. There's absolutely no question. You can't walk on that site without feeling in some real palpable way what has gone before. And then you add the ecological significance of the salt marshes and the restoration work going on there.
I'd say the real original vision for the Beaubassin Research Station started with Mr. Irving. We had a visit here about 15 years ago. We stood up on the top of the hill at Fort Beausejour. We looked down the Bay of Fundy and looked at kind of the landscape. And he was the one who really felt that if we did it properly, this could be a world-class facility.
Because it is a precious little spot. From Beaubassin, you can see Nova Scotia, you can see New Brunswick, and if you can look at PEI. I mean, it is the center of the maritime provinces. It is also a great significance in terms of history. And it's got everything there. The Native community, the Acadians, the English, the Americans all came, at times not always in peace, but it ended up in a very peaceful manner. It was the entrepreneurial center of North America for a while. I mean, the biggest producers of hay were Beaubassin exported. So it's got economic history, it's got political history, it's got geography, it's got everything.
Beaubassin Research Station serves as an excellent model of how I think a lot of science is going to be conducted in the future. It's a collaboration between three major partners, Irving Oil, Ducks Unlimited Canada, and Acadia University.
Partnerships are absolutely essential to advance conservation, and long-term partnerships are critical. And we've had the opportunity to work with the Irving Oil Company now for several decades. That partnership has brought a number of projects across Atlantic Canada, with this research center really being the jewel in that crown of conservation activities.
The partnership among Acadia University, Ducks Unlimited, and Irving Oil is working wonderfully well, and I would hope that it would serve as a blueprint for future partnerships.
The central piece, the person that really brought this together, really was Mr. Irving. He's been part of Ducks Unlimited for 40 years. He's had a long history with Acadia University, and it was really through his interest and passions are Acadia University and Ducks Unlimited to quite a degree. And he was really the one who really brought the partnership together and really, I'd say, encouraged all of the partners to see the real potential and value in working together at Beaubassin.
So it's a beautiful facility to stay in. It's a beautiful facility to host meetings, and students are able to come here and be in comfort, be able to look after themselves, and then they can go out and focus. It allows them to go out and focus on the questions at hand. They can go out in any conditions because they've got a nice dry place to come back to. When someone comes here for the first time and they take a look at it and go, wow, you get to work here, there's always almost always that look of surprise that, wow, you get to do research out of this site.
The research station offers students an opportunity to get out of the classroom and get out of the labs and get in the field and kind of gain those hands-on experiences. This area is a known corridor for bird migration, but we know birds travel through here, but we really don't know kind of the volumes and the patterns and the timing of it. So by being able to set up research equipment here, we can better understand the patterns of bird movement through the area, and also the habitat they're using in this area to try and understand how they're using these grasslands and marshes as stopover habitat for resting and refueling during their migratory journey.
We had the opening of the Beaubassin Research Station just several months ago. The three partners, Ducks Unlimited, Irving Oil, and Acadia University, really wanted the opening to be something special, something that would bring real attention and awareness of this unique location.
It was a magical day. Everybody walked out of there with a smile. That's usually the real test. And the Prime Minister came down for a number of reasons, but his ancestor was from there, and the Prime Minister has a very strong knowledge of history. He wanted to be there. He came. It was a marvelous day. The sun was out. The speeches were extremely well received.
In 2010, Arthur Irving and Irving Oil, Acadia University, and Ducks Unlimited joined together to support historical and scientific research on these 1,200 acres of Tantramar marshland. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to declare the redevelopment of the Beaubassin Historical Site and its official new research station officially open.
There's windmills around at Beaubassin, and one of the presenters looked at the windmill and said, "That reminds me of Arthur Irving. There's a catalyst," and Arthur was the catalyst to make it happen. And I was happy to see Beaubassin, the way they gave life to that place, from the Prime Minister, Arthur Irving, and others. And it was a magical day for a magical place.
In the Beaubassin project, there was a real learning for me, and it relates to Mr. Irving's commitment to excellence. The project itself is just a remarkable combination of all kinds of forces and ideas and historical aspects, but I watched Mr. Irving take that vision and turn it into an exquisite reality with just this unrelenting commitment to excellence. Just every detail, nothing too small. Everything had to be pushed to be its absolute best.
Beaubassin, the research station, in my opinion, really represents a model of how things are going to be done in the future, that many people will copy, many right across Canada into the future.
When we do something, we've got to do it right, because that's always the way we've done it in our company. I know before anything what we have to do in running our operations at our oil refinery. First thing is safety, number one. Number two is the environment. And number three, to make a profit and be successful and create jobs and opportunities for a lot of Maritimers and Canadians. Yeah. So no, the environment is really important, and to be in business today, and we've got to protect the environment and do whatever we can. And our company and our employees, we all believe in that, and that's what we do.
Jeff, I really appreciate you, the effort you put into acquiring the land, and we came along and helped out. We did it together, so it's been a great association with you. And this is the center connecting all of us together, right here in this location. And so, from the standpoint of a meeting place, you couldn't have a more central spot in the Maritimes than right here. And so we invite groups to come and have meetings here. They're welcome to come here and enjoy nature at its best.